Welcome, everybody, to the Common Rabble podcast. It's April 4th.
April 3rd.
Monday, April 3rd.
Monday, April 3rd, 2023. We haven't recorded in like a month.
It's about 3 weeks.
Yeah.
Right.
Like a month.
Yeah.
It's rounding up.
Time isn't real. It's fine.
It's all relative.
Not for lack of trying. We have pretty good excuses.
Yeah, that's
generally.
true.
I don't know if we want to get into all of them.
Circumstantially,
But
we have
yeah.
been forced to take some time off, but we finally made it back.
So we're back. We have headphones now.
We have headphones.
I can hear
Audio
people.
only listeners.
Yeah. Video listeners would know that, obviously.
Yeah,
Clearly
but that's only if you pay for the subscription.
on the only Patreon Plus.
Yeah. It's only the highest tier, which our listeners can't afford.
Patreon, if you're listening, please reach out.
All right. Last time we were here, we were talking about our individual fast food tier lists. So I think we can move into, for the sake of continuity, move into the closing of that tier list and move into something more like a official Common Rabble tier list, where we all actually decide what is definitively the official go-to fast food joint of the Common Rabble podcast.
So we're going to make this the definitive, official Common
official.
Rabble 2023 fast food tier list.
Yes.
All right.
All right. So I know Chick-fil-A was up there for the majority of the cast. Not a big fan, but we are a socialist democracy here on this podcast. So if that is what the vote is, I will concede.
I distinctly remember putting Chick-fil-A not at the top of mine.
But was it on your list?
I think it was third.
I think it was like on the majority of everybody's list.
It
And that's
definitely
what
was on the
it
majority of everybody's list, but
But
so
not
was
the
In and Out.
I feel like I was the only person that didn't say In-N-Out.
I didn't say
or
In-N-Out.
Chick-fil-A.
No, yeah.
Oh, okay.
That's
You
why I
didn't
think
say
it
In and
was.
Out.
Okay.
You didn't say In and Out. We said In and Out.
We put In and Out number
Yeah.
one, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I also didn't list Chick-fil-A.
You didn't?
No.
No, you did Cane's.
I did Kansas State. Was
Which
there
is
today.
a great choice, by the way.
I know. That's why I picked it.
Mhm.
Still haven't had it.
I think we should drill down maybe 3 or 4 that we're all just kind of like, yeah, those are pretty representative of our favorites, and then try to order those in some way.
Hey,
Yeah.
Look, at the end of the day, it's a tier list. It's not necessarily ordered. If you look at it from like a fighting game perspective, you've got your S
Right,
tier,
right.
you've got your A tier, and so on and so
Yeah,
forth.
but we still have to decide what goes in what tier, and that's
Right.
ordering them.
And I think it's pretty easy for us to say that like the S tier is probably In and Out and Chick-fil-A.
Well, yeah, but I would love to say that.
I would argue that In-N-Out, we can put In-N-Out in A tier because I dislike it enough that I will actively avoid.
I think that you
even
haven't.
if it's free for me, I will not eat.
I think that you haven't found the special bullshit item that you need to like personalize.
Oh no, I'm extra as shit.
I know,
at,
but have you found the right one for you? Because I know that Troy and I don't get the same thing, and Pat and I don't get the same thing.
Can I
I
suggest?
don't get the same thing as anybody.
Yeah. So it's like, is that you fucking up and making it worse for
No,
yourself?
it's like-
or?
Extra toasted, no spread because Thousand Island is an abomination. Extra pickles, mustard fried.
But you're saying you don't like it. So what I'm proposing to you is maybe you're doing it bad.
I don't like. No, okay. The burger is okay. I think it is overrated as a whole. In-N-Out as a whole, overrated. It's not a very flavorful burger. I personally think a double cheeseburger from Burger King, it's not better quality. It is better tasting than an In-N-Out burger.
In Burger King's defense, I think the fact that they like charbroil everything makes a pretty big difference.
Fire touched this meat. It is better.
I do
Yes.
like that. That's the one thing Burger King has going
I
for them.
always say a little
in
char
my
never
book.
killed nobody.
No.
Except for
In California, where it gives you cancer.
Sigurd.
Now, when
that
your
a
Whopper's
Fire
cold as
reference?
shit.
Spoilers for the 20-year-old game.
Damn. Sorry, weebs. Yeah, but when your Whopper's cold as shit, it doesn't matter that you've got a
That's
Charbroil
true.
burger when they give you a gross soggy one.
I would say foot lettuce is premium lettuce. Like the rest of you guys, you just have lettuce. Like, I don't know.
So we're going S tier. Everybody can agree Chick-fil-A. If you were offered Chick-fil-A, and I feel like it's not like it's a little harder to turn down than most other places. Like I could easily turn down McDonald's or Jack in the Box.
Yeah, because J-Bo is bottom tier.
Yeah,
Like,
but
if
if
someone
someone was
told
like
me-
Chick-fil-A, I'd be like, as long as you bring some Chick-fil-A sauce with it, yeah, fuck it, I'm down.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever said no to Chick-fil-A.
Yeah.
You know?
But In-N-Out, I have turned down. I think I can go with like A tier, like I will fuck with some In-N-Out, but it's not my first one to go to. Usually because the line is like half an hour.
That's fair. Okay, if we're gonna also factor in time and effort in getting the food, then
You'd almost argue that In-N-Out isn't fast food because of that.
I wouldn't go that far. For as busy as they are, they're super quick.
They have
Sometimes you just walk in there,
Yeah,
you get lucky,
Turning it out. Yeah. If
It
you
can happen.
avoid the drive-through line.
go on off hours,
Yeah, you probably better
avoid the
off.
drive-through.
I mean, the amount of times that I'll just go inside and take it with me back to my car if it's like super packed inside.
That's normally what I do.
Yeah, it's still better than going through the drive-through. Okay, so I'm willing to concede In-N-Out to the A tier. I think we all agree Chick-fil-A is the S tier, though, right?
As much as I hate it, it is a good piece of chicken.
yeah, it's
Yeah,
pretty good.
Yeah.
Okay. So that means like, so if we're gonna, let's just do a 1, 2, 3 rank. So Chick-fil-A, In-N-Out, and then is it gonna be Taco Bell?
I'm fine with that. I'm 100% fine with that. I
I
personally
didn't say
would
Taco
put-
Bell is good. It's just up there. Like,
No, but like, how many times have we just gone to Taco Bell? Because if we're factoring in convenience too, they're open like 24/7. Sometimes you just,
Also, the level of inebriation, Taco Bell is always there for you.
Yeah.
In-N-Out, not so much. When I'm drunk, I'm not trying to sit in that long ass line.
he's got a point.
Yeah.
Because okay, see, and usually when you get to that point, your options are basically Taco Bell and J-Bo. I will get Taco Bell 100% of the time before I go to Jack in the Box.
I will only go to Jack in the Box if there is also a long line at Taco Bell.
I'd rather sit in the line at Taco Bell.
Jack in the Box has the chicken tater melt, and that's the only thing that I actually like on the fucking menu.
Dude,
Egg rolls. Jack in the Box has
No.
egg rolls. They're amazing.
please stop.
They're horrible, but they're amazing.
Chicken
Yeah.
tater
I don't think I've ever had them.
melt.
I'll try them next time.
Mochi
Uh,
box.
Like I like the onion rings. It's better than nothing.
Okay, so that's the tier. That's the top
That-
3 then.
There's 3.
Yeah,
I think
Yeah.
yeah, Taco Bell.
yeah.
Yeah.
Not Jack in the Box, though, to be
Chick-fil-A, In-N-Out, Jack in the Box.
Taco Bell.
Same.
No, it's not.
Whoa, okay, hold on. I was ready to close the book on this. We're not closing the book now.
Chick-fil-A, In-N-Out, Taco Bell.
I'll say, do not insult the America's favorite Mexican
yeah.
restaurant.
So that's top 3. Yeah.
Well, that was easy.
Yeah, I think
Yeah,
they.
thought there'd be more
if-
contention there.
yeah.
But
No,
Nah, I mean, I feel like it was pretty easy for us to agree. Like
we
a
didn't
group
spend
consensus.
2 hours talking about.
Well, okay, no. The thing is, when we go in terms of individuality, I think there's a lot more contention
Yeah.
there because
there's more nuance.
yeah, absolutely. But if we're going like on making a group decision about it, I think that's pretty easy. For
We're
us.
all in the car. What are the 3 places we're probably going to end up going to? that
Say
we can
runner
agree
up
on?
McDonald's.
Sure.
Honestly, it's always there for you too.
There's a time in my life where I would have gone to bat for Subway, but that's
Yeah.
that's a time long gone.
Ever since they started
Yeah.
using real bread,
Yeah,
Don't want
I
that.
can't fuck with it anymore. I need
Just
that.
get a
I
wrap.
need that foam.
Yeah, the hot foam.
So that being said, on like fast food in general, like I feel like as we've gotten older, fast food is just less of an for me at least, fast food has just become like less of an option, so that I don't feel like shit in the end, like by the end of the day. But that's like working for so long and just always like, oh, it's lunch. I gotta stop somewhere. It's either gonna be this In-N-Out, this McDonald's, this Jack in the Box. Just like every time, like, yeah. So like from being a teenager to now, do you feel like you guys have changed up your diet, like you're eating at all?
I really would.
Fuck no.
And like at the same time, if you haven't, or like if you have, like why, or like do you think that it's like do you want to? Or
Yeah. No,
or is it
absolutely.
because it's too easy to like to avoid it?
Yeah, like we live in America, and because of that, we are just naturally inclined to go for instant gratification and just the immediate options. Like if fast food places even had the option for salads, I'd probably pick them, but they don't even have them at fast food restaurants anymore.
Chick-fil-A has like a solid
I'm not
chicken
driving hella far for Chick-fil-A. We don't have those near us.
soon.
Yeah, it's coming.
Yeah.
But-
That's still too far.
Yeah.
For a salad.
Yeah. I'm not.
It's a good salad.
well, so to your point, and also to your point, part of the reason I haven't really changed up my eating habits from, like 10 years on is I'm a creature of convenience. So it's like when I get off work, it's on the way home for me. So I'm going to stop at Taco Bell or Wendy's or something and just pick something up instead of, coming back here. Cause admittedly, whenever I do have groceries, cause it's just me, it's like, I don't cook enough. If I cook something, it's like a meal for too many people, and I'm really bad about eating leftovers. Like,
Cooking for one is hard.
yeah. I think HelloFresh is great, but I have too many subscriptions as is, so I haven't pulled the trigger on HelloFresh. I would like to though.
Factor.
Is that
if
like
you have
HelloFresh?
money, like the only reason we couldn't continue doing it, we were doing it for like 6 fucking months. It is a pre-made refrigerated meal. They deliver like 7 a week, and you just throw that thing in the microwave for 2 minutes. But it's like chef prepared. It's the best meal service that we tried. HelloFresh and like 2 of the other ones, not Blue Apron. There's like 2 or 3 other ones we tried because like price ranges. But Factor is the most like you're spending like anywhere from like $8 to $10 a meal. Maybe 11 if it's like one of the better proteins where they do like a better kind of steak or whatever.
Sure.
But I highly recommend that, to be honest. Like Factor, if you hear this, please reach out.
Yeah,
We'd love to sponsor.
they advertise on all the podcasts I listen to already.
But honestly,
Hopefully,
best tasting like refrigerated microwave meal I've ever had, hands down.
Yeah. I've stole one from your girlfriend.
They're really good
at work. Yeah, it was pretty good.
I can get behind it in terms of convenience, but the reason I like HelloFresh is because they give you the ingredients and the recipe, and I like to cook. It's just in between coming home from work and basically just usually eating and going straight to sleep, convenience being a factor. I want more time to cook. That's why I'm trying to get a better schedule.
If your options are Wendy's or whatever, or like seared chicken piccata made by some chef in San Francisco or something.
You're going to take seared chicken piccata every time.
And honestly, the Factors, like they made that so easy. Like we literally were just like, it's so expensive to keep doing this, but we go to the kitchen for 2 minutes, microwave the food, and it's just like, it's ready to eat in another minute. And it's actually like always very flavorful. And it's always like very filling. It's always at least like you can get from like a 300 to 700 calorie meal every time. And it's like the price range is pretty consistent.
See, right there, that's going to be my biggest problem, because my worst eating habit is that you could call it intermittent fasting. I do it to try to put a positive spin on it.
Yeah.
But I usually have a coffee for breakfast, no lunch, and then I eat like 3,000 calories
in one
for dinner.
sitting. Yeah, gotcha.
That's why, and it's usually fast food.
Yeah, and so that's the like still the cheap, maybe not even the cheaper option at that point, but unless you're like, every time you're spending under $20, but you're probably spending $20 something every time you go, like 16.
So take Taco Bell for example.
Oh, well, that's
I usually get like somewhere around a 3,000 calorie meal for like $17. But
yeah.
See, you were saying it's like $8 to $12 a meal depending on premium.
Yeah, exactly.
Something like that I can get behind. It's just 300 to 700 calories means I'm gonna have to find another time to
supplement
eat within the day.
Yeah.
And like I don't like eating on my lunch at work because they give me a half hour.
And so you get a breakfast and a lunch?
No, I don't get a breakfast.
No. From Factor, like you get a breakfast or like a lunch and a dinner, and that's what my girlfriend was doing was I would just get the one we were eating for dinner, and I would prepare like I'm eating the pre-prepared Huel, fucking just add water, pastas and stuff like that.
Yeah.
For breakfast, but she would eat one of those meals for breakfast and then one for lunch or one for lunch and one for dinner. Like she was doing all of it. It came out like the price comes down the more shit you buy from them, and the first box is like
you just pay for shipping practically.
Yeah, it's like $40 or $50 off or something crazy.
That's not that bad.
Yeah, I would say at least try it once, because that was the best one we had tried, and like we went through like 3 or 4 of them, and it was like, yeah, making stuff, but this is like, oh, the stuff that they give you, the stuff it's packaged in is like not recycled, compostable and everything, so it's easy to just get rid of. Like there's not a lot of trash afterward.
No muss, no fuss.
HelloFresh gives you so many small packets of fucking plastic. That was like a big.
Yeah, the top of the pandemic, me and my partner did HelloFresh for a minute. We went like a good 2 months with it, where we get a box every week, because we had like a pretty decent amount of like I had got like an email for like $100 off or something.
Okay.
But you had to subscribe for like a certain period of time. So I was like, fuck it. I used some of the credit for like to get like the premium meal options, which had like actual steak and not like ground beef and shit. And they were actually really good. As someone who collects a lot of things, getting the meal cards, that was always fun.
Like little cards?
Well, you get like it's like a little
cards?
placemat size thing. You could probably put them in a binder if you really wanted to collect all the recipes, because you can get them online too. But like I just liked having like those with me, because
I got a shiny chicken cordon bleu. Sick.
Yeah, basically.
First edition.
Yeah, PSA 10.
But yeah, but the only thing I don't like about HelloFresh is after a while, the premium stuff starts to add up. You run out of those the promotional shit, and you got to pay out of pocket for all that extra stuff.
You can only make so many accounts to.
Yeah,
no, exactly.
Box.
They'll start noticing it's the same address eventually.
Yeah. And then when you don't get the premium stuff, your options are just like pasta, meat, vegetable, pasta, meat, vegetable, and it's just kind of repetitive. So then we
at that point,
so we eventually cut it off, because like there's only so many times I could have baked zucchini. Like
not my thing.
Every time with Factor, they give you like 15 options for each meal or something like that, and you just get to select. And it's like every week, several of them rotate, so it's always something like kind of new. I think the times we did get something that was like, again, we chose it because it was like, oh, that was hella good. I want that again.
Run it back.
Yeah, exactly. And HelloFresh, I don't think that ever happened with like, and I'm not going to disparage somebody that could cease and desist us. Never mind. Yeah. But did you guys ever try it?
No, we've never fucked with any like of those meal delivery things. I just eat Kid Cuisine. I like the brownies.
I remember those.
Nice.
Do you microwave it or do you oven bake it?
I think if you put a Kid Cuisine in an oven, it would probably just melt.
I think you're supposed to. That's what you're supposed to do. That's how you
okay.
make it come out better, I think.
Oh, well.
That's how it comes out edible.
As an actual child, I definitely only microwave them.
Oh, yeah. Because somebody used to make those things all the time and bake them. Yeah.
I mean, that's probably better. I wish my parents had done that.
I assume that they're better if it's like baking them over the microwave.
I mean, yeah, anytime you have the option to put it in the oven or microwave it, it's going to be better.
Yeah.
I don't think that's controversial.
No.
But it will take 2 minutes in the microwave. So
Yeah.
Big microwave, if you're listening to this.
Big microwave.
Don't add us.
We don't want your business.
But yeah, you're talking about wanting to change eating habits. Yeah, that's a big thing for me. I just had my physical for the first time in like 5 years.
Hey, congrats. I do also.
Failed every test.
Wow.
No way to study for those.
Oh.
Yeah, so like when I went to go get weighed in, like the number just kept going up, and I was like, that's not cool. That's a lot of placeholders there. Or like numbers. It was a lot of numbers. It was a big number. I didn't like it.
Do you feel comfortable sharing that number or no?
Yeah, I don't give a fuck. It said it was like fucking 265 pushing 270, and I was that's fucking horrible.
That's bad.
Like,
it's
I
not
mean,
crazy,
for my height, that's not great, because I don't say horrible. Like if that's how much you weigh, whatever, fuck it, live your life. But I didn't think I was that heavy. I didn't realize that I've been putting on that much weight. Like when me and my partner first got together, I was 165 pounds.
Yep.
So I have put on 100 pounds since I've been with my partner. And that, like, granted, that's like over 10 years.
It's been a while.
100 pounds. Like, but I definitely know that it wasn't just 10 pounds here and there. It's been like a steady incline. There was a period of time where I feel like I was like just under 200, and I was like, cool, as long as I'm under 200 pounds, I'm solid. Like
that number
I don't
keeps rising.
And then and then eventually it's like, oh, at least I'm not 250.
Yeah,
and then,
exactly. And then the one day you do hit 250, you start having like a little bit of a crisis, because that's when I hit 250, I was like, oh, huh. And then I just started keeping a scale in the house, and I was like, before I didn't want to do this, and now I'm just like, this way I can kind of think at least on a week to monthly basis about how much I weigh and what I'm doing.
Yeah. But like, I don't want to get hung up on the weight thing though, because I know the numbers aren't necessarily as important as the quality of diet you have compared to your actual weight. Like, weight is kind of just like a Western metric. For
yeah,
shit,
but if there's a point at which you feel like your body gets the, like, I don't know, that you can maintain that without like going overboard on eating or like starving yourself or whatever, and like your body will naturally, like, for me right now, for the last year, it's been like 235 pounds is where I can sit at, as long as, and I eat as much as I like feel comfortable with, and that's like doesn't include the random binges and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And if I starve myself, I can kind of get under 230, and that's happened like for like a week straight. And
you're like half a foot taller than everyone in the room though.
That's true.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. But also like 250, that was like the biggest I have been. That's the biggest that I've been, and I'm not trying to get back up to that unless it was like muscle, but I don't even think that would be like healthy if that was like the balance I was
like,
going for.
Premium factor's hitting, huh? The premium factor's really hitting.
Yeah, I feel like I was keeping it pretty consistent, like not going above like 240 when I was still working at the grocery store, because I was breaking down the truck every morning.
Yeah.
So it's like literally like a gym workout just going to work. So no matter what I ate, I wouldn't put on weight. I wasn't losing any weight, but I was not putting anything on. Yep. Whereas now my job is a lot more chill. I do have to walk a lot for my job, but not anywhere in comparison of like doing like a full body workout, but
breaking down the pallets and stuff like that. Yeah.
So yeah, I've noticed that, and my job is like located basically sharing a parking lot with the McDonald's.
Yeah.
So they're like, okay, you got 30 minutes for lunch. What am I gonna get in 30 minutes unless I brought my own lunch?
And it also turns out that McDonald's is probably the cheapest thing to eat over there too, so saving money.
Yeah, absolutely.
Which sucks.
No, it's not the cheapest. Little Caesars is the cheapest.
Ooh,
that's so much worse.
Yeah.
I'm allergic to tomatoes and lactose intolerant. So if I went there, I'd feel fucking horrible the rest of the day. But some days I'm like, I only got $10. I need to get something that'll only be $10. Last me pretty much all day.
You need it to be hot and ready.
Mm-hmm. Not good. Just hot and ready.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's kind of fucked. But yeah, my physical went really poorly. All of my readings came back bad, and I'm just thinking like my dad, he's got a lot of health problems, like heart disease runs in the family, like a lot of intestinal cancers run in the family, diabetes, like both my parents are diabetic, all 4 of my grandparents were diabetic, like half of my siblings are diabetic. So it's just like, man, if I don't,
only a matter of time.
Yeah, exactly. So it's like, I'm not diabetic right now, like somehow.
Yeah.
Don't know how. Well, I guess the physical could have gone worse in that sense. And like when they tell me they listen to my heart, they're like, it sounds fine. Like you sound perfectly healthy. And I'm like, that's bullshit. I can't walk up a flight of stairs without like breaking a sweat. Like that doesn't feel healthy.
That is like, I don't think that's a direct like correlation to it. Cause it's like you're moving 275 pounds of mass around, regardless of like whatever, 265 pounds of mass around. Like that's still a workout. Like for whatever weight you are. Like I feel like that's one of those things. Like if you're bigger, you don't realize that you actually you do have like a fair bit of muscle or whatever. Like to be able to lift the 265 pounds or 250 pounds, whatever, like that's still like a lot of mass to be moving around. So like getting winded after doing stuff like that, because it's like it is kind of normal, I feel like, but you just like,
but
when you do more of it, you lose weight more times than not. So it's like,
I get what you're saying, but even, despite that fact, I wouldn't necessarily say that's healthy.
No, not healthy. Not healthy. No. But your heart isn't like worse off for it. It's like, I feel like it'll be pumping more because it's just like, it's a lot of muscle mass to oxygenate, and like your heart's gonna start racing, and like that's just the heart is healthy. Your body's not. Your heart is healthy. That's it.
But even so, the heart's a muscle just like anything else.
Yeah.
If you overwork a muscle, sooner or later something's got to give.
Mhm.
So
It'll be the heart.
But yeah, I'm just glad I'm not going to school anymore because I live down the street from Burger King, and whenever I'd have a bad day at school, like a test didn't go well or whatever, like I would just sit in the Burger King parking lot and just order whatever. Literally, like it was a point where I was like paycheck to paycheck, and I was like, I got $20 in my bank account. I get paid tomorrow. I'm getting $20 worth of bullshit, and just sitting there, just sad depression meals in the parking lot of Burger King, watching YouTube videos.
Damn.
Yeah, it was a dark time, and I feel like that kind of I've like ever since then. That's why I've like sworn off Burger King. I don't eat Burger King anymore because of that. Because I'm like, I'm doing it for my mental health. Because Burger King just reminds me of that like, just that negative headspace. But
So all of that being said, what do you want to do about it?
I've been trying to not eat fast food. Really not doing a great job, but my doctor had me do like a 3-week fast thing where I wasn't eating any fried foods, no liquor, no medicine, anything like that. So 3 weeks, I got the blood work back from that. Stuff looked better. So I was like, I should probably just keep up with that. I still am drinking, but now in much more moderation.
And there's a lot of other factors that you could cut out, and like don't increase the drinking or anything, but like it will be less harmful.
No, if I eat a salad, I could have another beer.
But don't eat the chicken tenders. That's what I'm saying.
No, yeah,
like, that's but if you're gonna get the beer,
I did get the chicken tenders at the bar.
That's what I'm saying. Like, so if you're gonna get the beer, don't get the chicken tenders. Like, but always get the salad, regardless of what you're gonna get. Just so I can get the salad. Yeah. At this point, there's no point in not.
Yeah, I'm gonna start subbing kale in to my salads.
I don't know.
Fuck it.
I don't like kale. It's tough.
Kale sucks ass. It's not good.
I like all of the other stuff.
Nutritional density of kale is good for you.
True.
Kale is great
and tastes like farts.
That's what it's for.
It hurts my tongue.
Goes in and comes
You're
out
not
the same.
enough of it then.
I'm not.
Yeah.
It hurts my tongue.
Yeah.
But
yeah, I've been cutting back on meat. I've cut out beef pretty much more or less entirely. If something's like kind of made with beef, it's fine, but like I won't buy beef from
avoid the red meat.
Yeah, last time we went to Texas Roadhouse, I was dead for like 3 days.
Understandable. That was a lot. The onion thing.
Oh,
Didn't need to do that.
Bloomin' onion. No, it was the cactus blossom.
Sorry, yeah, that's Golden Corral.
It was
No, bloomin'
okay,
onion
but I
is
don't think
Outback.
I ever need to eat that again.
Yep.
Yeah.
This is like too much. The potato skins would have been enough.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't need to do the potato skins.
Yeah.
Potato skins was overkill.
You did the potato skins too?
And the onion,
yeah.
I think
so sorry.
I think we could have gone without the onion and just had the potato skins and it would have been fine. I could have gone with neither of those.
But like you
just had
said,
my meal.
I didn't get the chicken critters.
You didn't. That would have been a bad mistake.
You guys should have got the rattlesnake bites.
Which is
The little fried cheese balls.
oh shit. Yeah,
Jalapeno poppers.
also would not have been a good idea.
Yeah.
But yeah, so like, do you feel like trying to switch to anything with like more consistency or like consistency around how you're eating meals? Because like, it sounds like you're never like you're either not doing breakfast or something like that, or you're just eating randomly when you can.
Eating randomly when I can. Like I don't. Like you could call it intermittent fasting because I'm not eating anywhere. I'm not eating anywhere from it's always 8 p.m. from like 8 p.m. to like noon. I just will not consume anything.
And then you just have one big meal of like 3,000 calories.
Like two big meals. No, I don't even go towards 3,000 calories. I kind of keep it on the lower end still.
Meal.
Lower end with 3,000 being high.
So like 2,000.
No, not per meal. Like that's total
in a day.
Yeah.
I don't think that.
Yeah, I'm eating under 3,000 calories a day.
So you're above 2,000.
More or less.
Yeah.
I've tried to keep it below 2,400.
Okay. Yeah, it's the most annoying thing ever to count that, but it's like you have to. What I was going to get to is like if getting to like a consistent meal eating thing. Do you feel like at any point if you had that you would be able to like eat less fast food if you like eat something?
Yeah.
It's just like not bullshit in the
That's
morning.
the problem is literally just accessibility.
Yeah.
Like if there
So
were
bring breakfast and lunch is what I'm getting at to work.
Yeah. I'm not gonna eat breakfast. Like literally if I eat in the morning, I feel sick. Like I feel like
But what are you eating? A croissant sandwich?
And I'm not getting a croissant sandwich. I already told you, swore off Burger King. It's not happening.
Gotcha.
What
do you real quick, just a quick like diverge. What do you don't eat breakfast either? You said you were doing some like intermittent fasting stuff.
I only say
quote unquote
quote unquote.
Yeah.
If I ever get breakfast, it's because I go to Starbucks before I start work. I get a coffee and I'll get the little breakfast sandwich.
Okay.
See,
yeah. Mm-hmm.
Kind of conversely to Ham's goals, I haven't had a physical in probably like 10 years, admittedly.
Yeah.
But I know about where I'm at, and I'm basically at the borderline between being at a healthy weight for my height and being underweight. So I'm just trying to get back to like, because I'm at about 140, 145 right now. I'm just trying to get back to like 155, like I was, I don't know, like a little bit before COVID, I think, because I didn't see you guys a lot during COVID. And then I think by the time I came back, I was probably skinnier. And
Gotcha.
I don't really got much more to give, where I start fading away into nothingness.
Yeah.
So I'm working out again, which is great. But the problem with that is it doesn't do much for me unless I'm eating. And, that 30-minute lunch isn't really ideal because I'm either going to get like pizza or a hot dog or nothing because there's really nothing over by where I work. So that's why I just load up later in the day, like when I get dinner.
Yeah.
But again, dinner for me is almost always Taco Bell, Wendy's, and occasionally J-Bo if I really hate myself.
There's one on the way home.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
One of each on the way home.
Yeah.
Got options.
That makes sense.
Yay,
Yeah.
options.
The bad ones.
Yeah. And it's never really like, I really want this. It's, I don't want to go out of my way to get something else.
Mm-hmm.
And that's my own fault. Like I could take an extra 5 to 10 minutes, go somewhere else. But I think we can all agree, once you're done with an 8-hour workday, you kind of just want to go home. Yeah. So my goal is actually to put on weight. And the thing I think I'm most afraid of is that, I'm going to be 30 next year. I'm scared that my metabolism will finally start to slow down. But I thought that was going to happen, somewhere mid-20s, and not happening.
Still going strong.
Super strong.
And then being worried that like your metabolism will slow down, but your eating habits will stay the same.
Right.
And
I'm trying to fix the eating habits before that happens.
Yeah.
Because I already have enough bad habits. Case in point, I smoke.
Right.
Like if I'm going to have that bad habit, I can't have a bad diet too. I'm not trying to be, dead before 50.
It's tough because like thinking about the period in which I was like at a pack a day, I definitely was like 215, 220. Like
See,
lost so much weight while I was smoking a pack a day.
That's the other thing too. Like,
oh, I'm hungry.
Exactly. I'm hungry.
No, I'm not.
I'm not hungry anymore.
Yeah.
Puff, puff.
Yeah. Definitely. It's an option. It's not a good one, but it's an option.
So what you're telling me is smoke cigarettes.
You can have all the Burger King you want.
You just got to vape all the time. Just constantly be vaping.
I still remember when the last time we shared a cigarette together.
What you do?
Really funny.
What you do is you get.
That was probably like 10 years ago.
What you
That
do
was
is you
10
get the
years ago.
nicotine-free one and see if that'll do it. It probably won't, and just fucking huff those.
You mean like clove cigarettes or
No,
something?
the nicotine-free.
You're talking
vape
about the
juice
0%ers.
things. Yeah,
Yeah,
0%ers. Yeah, that'll.
Is it just smoking for the sake of smoking?
You're vaping like
Flavor.
glycerin and flavor. That's it.
That still can't be great for the lungs.
No, it's not.
You breathe in America.
Right.
It's not great for the lungs. Jesus.
So just to put a bow on that, I think part of the goal for this year like I know it's a little late for like New Year's resolutions and stuff, but
Time isn't real.
time is relative. Yeah, I'm really just trying to get up to like 160 again, just because I think it'll make me feel happier too. Because there's days where
160 again.
I was at 165 at one point.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
That was when I was, going to the gym and working out really hardcore, and
also you were probably at this point in your career stepped back a little bit more from the doing as many cars or whatever as you were back in the day. I'd assume.
No, actually, not so much.
Really?
Like I was probably working harder then than I do now.
And I mean that's what I mean. Like you're working way harder and like
at this point.
Yeah, like now you're laying back. You're making your money work for you.
I wouldn't call it laying back because instead of working on the cars, now I just organize the tires. So I'm still, some of these tires are like 30 pounds and stuff, and I'm just tossing them around all day. Yeah. So I'm still very active at work, and I think that's part of why I'm still where I'm at.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
But there was a point where I was eating pretty well, and on top of that, I was actually going to the gym. Now, I don't like the gym. I'm not a lifter or anything like that. Like I've always been a big proprietor of calisthenics and bodyweight fitness. I think that's the way to go because that shit really increases your metabolism. It's great. Only problem is it keeps you really skinny. So
not the best for building mass.
Yeah. But, like we were talking about earlier, I'll look into Factor for sure. I still want to try the HelloFresh thing because, like I said, I really enjoy cooking. It's just, I don't really enjoy going to the grocery store.
Yeah.
And the only times I go, I make a list. But again, my lists usually are like if I'm cooking for 3 or 4 people. And how often am I actually cooking for 3 or 4 people? Pretty much never.
And even HelloFresh is like 2 people.
I can knock back a 2-person meal.
Okay, yeah, for sure. That makes sense.
When I go to Texas Roadhouse, I get that, what is it, 24-ounce ribeye or whatever.
Yeah. That makes sense.
I was saying, if you're bulking, probably go for the 2 people meals anyway.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't explicitly call it bulking because I feel like if I say I'm bulking, it's like what I was trying to do when I was at 165. Because when I was at 165, I wanted to get to 180.
Now you're just trying to get to what feels like a healthy weight.
I'm just trying to kind of hit that median where like I'm basically right at the healthy weight for my size.
And you, at that point in time though, you felt comfortable and like in your weight and everything like that, right? Like you felt healthy and everything. That's kind of what I was getting at earlier with the like, there's like a healthy, like a weight you feel like for me, it was literally like 185 or 190. That was probably the best when I was like, I felt like comfortable at that weight and it didn't feel like I was too big or stuff didn't feel like a chore just to like exist or do shit.
Yeah.
And like, I'm peeling down from that, but it's still like moving to a place where we have stairs to go from the bathroom to the bedroom before having just the room, like the room connected to the bathroom. That makes it so much less enticing to use the bathroom at any point in time. If I'm like in bed, I'm like, nope, I'll wait.
Just wait for your girlfriend to find the pee drawer.
I'm just going to wait it out. But yeah, I like when you were saying that, that's what I was thinking of there's like a weight that you just like, I felt like that was when I felt good and just like healthy and all that shit. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, like, I'm not going to sit here and be like, I'm not going to really go on about like image issues because that's not really a problem that I have. But
yeah.
When I was at that weight, I much more, if I caught myself in the mirror when I was in the bathroom, like getting out of the shower or something, I didn't go, ugh,
I'd fuck me.
No. Come on, man. My head's not that big.
Damn. What about you, Pat?
I haven't stepped on a scale in several years. The last time I did it, I was under 200, and I'm pretty sure that's not the case anymore. So it's kind of like if I never do it, it's not real.
I know that feeling.
I thought you cut down, actually.
Really? I doubt it, but maybe. I don't know. If I never find out, I never have to know.
Did you not work during most of COVID, or did you end up working?
No, I did not work.
Okay, yeah. There was probably some like weight gain there, and then I
have to assume
since you worked like, because I was going to say something like, I feel like you were probably a little bigger at some point than you are now.
Yeah.
Like probably during COVID to now.
COVID till now probably has maybe come down a little bit. Once again, I haven't played, so who knows? But I think my diet's actually halfway decent now. I think a big thing for me in the past has been literally just portion control. I used to just, when I wanted to eat, I just like, I'm going to eat until I literally cannot stop or I have to stop. And now I'm just like, okay, I'll just eat, chill out a little bit. Most of the time I'm like, oh, actually, if I just wait like 10, 15 minutes, I feel full now.
Yeah.
I don't need more. Turns out this reasonable portion was enough to satiate me. That's great.
Because before it's just like eat as much as you can before the signal gets to your brain.
Before my brain knows what's going on. Definitely need to start exercising again. I think that's health-wise, that's the thing that I want to focus on the most. I just know I just feel like my arms feel atrophied. I feel like weak
doing stuff
and flimsy. When I do exert myself, I get tired very quickly. So yeah, I think I need to just fucking hit the gym, bro. Lawyer up.
You like
break up with my girlfriend, hit the gym, lawyer up.
Goddamn.
Get a Reddit account.
do you like for your job, do you do much cardio or any?
No,
kind of
I am
exercise?
sitting down almost all day.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
That makes sense.
My back fucking hurts all the time. I need to.
Yeah.
I literally fantasize about someone like blowing my back apart with it. For some reason, that feels like it would feel so.
I thought that was going on a different.
Someone blowing
back and
blow.
Had me in the first half, not gonna lie.
Jeez. Yeah, I think. And so when you're saying like the portion control thing, that makes sense because like I definitely like grew up with the whole like, oh, you just got to finish what's on your plate, regardless of like how full you are, and just like always just fucking
scarcity mindset.
And
you don't know when it's coming, so you got to get it now.
And yeah, just always having to clear the plate if it comes up, and that's just like that fucked me up. I think for the longest time. Anytime I have food,
that sounds traumatizing.
Just finish it. Just finish all of it instead of like, well, but trying to actually like not eat fucking everything just because it's there in front of you, or like, oh, I'm still kind of hungry, but I haven't like let the brain process shit because of the weed. Probably because of the weed. But do you eat like meals in the day, or just like randomly?
I don't eat breakfast. I'll have a protein bar sometime in the morning, usually, and then I will eat lunch most of the time, and then dinner. So I'm also not doing breakfast.
Gotcha.
Generally. Yeah.
Gotcha.
I'll have like a cup of coffee and a protein bar typically, if that counts.
Yeah. No, I mean, it's something, I think. Damn.
I'm also fortunate that my significant other really enjoys cooking. And so usually I have some leftovers. You can just bring those for lunch.
Oh, nice.
Like usually just the right amount to like satiate me throughout the day.
And so for the most part, then do you have like dinner and lunch covered? And like if you're like still hungry or feeling snackish or some
I
shit,
could get
fast
like
food or
snack,
something,
that's fine, or fast food on the way home.
Yeah, for sure.
If I'm like, if I get that craving, but I usually don't.
And you can't go anywhere for lunch at your job. There's not. There can't be.
There's nothing there.
There's nothing there.
No, I every once in a while I go to Starbucks, but I usually regret it.
Yeah. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Gotta get the
I'd rather
chicken chorizo flatbread.
Just use a tortilla, guys. Come on. I can't get behind that flatbread.
That flatbread is not good. Pete's has decent flatbread. Starbucks is not as good. It's like plasticky or something.
Oh, I'm thinking Pete's.
Yeah, you are thinking of the one at Pete's actually. There's
Pete's is bad as well.
Pizza's bad too.
Gotcha. Bro, that
It's
was
better
the
than
breakfast of
Starbucks.
champions.
It's not bad. I like it except for the.
I only fucked with the chicken and waffle sandwich that Pete's has.
I've never had that.
That shit, it's seasonal. I didn't know that, but that shit's like
looks kind of good.
It's like a chicken sausage patty, but with like 2 waffles, and it's like maple waffle shit. That
So
shit's
it's a
good.
McGriddle.
Yeah, essentially, it's a little better. Like if you had some like syrup, to
You
put
all
on it,
disgust me.
It's a pinky out McGriddle.
Yeah, literally.
Just don't put syrup on my chicken. You put syrup anywhere near my chicken, just get the fuck
You
out
never
of the
had
house.
chicken and waffles?
I've had chicken and waffles, and I eat them separately, like a sane human being.
It's just you, actually. I'm pretty sure it's just
That's
you.
fine. That's fine.
So you're
I know
not
where
the
I
same
stand. I know where I stand. I am built different.
The sweet and salty do not overlap in the Venn diagram. They're separate circles.
Oh, not in the entree. That's for
Entree.
sure. Desserts.
desserts?
We can talk.
There's a little wiggle room there.
I realized after like 2-3 months of my new job that if I don't eat breakfast of some sort, I will eat Chick-fil-A almost 100% of the time because I will drive by one. Because every place I work near has a Chick-fil-A near it, or like I will drive by one at some point in the day because I'm either
And you drive pretty far, so
and it's literally all of the ones that I could end up going near. There's a Chick-fil-A at that shopping center or the shopping center across the street. And it's like, well, this is the best option for the price and everything every time I go somewhere. So I'm going to end up doing that. And so like I switched, like, I think it's been almost a year or something that I've just been eating can't be a year. It's gotta be like 8 months, maybe a year. Who knows? It's as long. Damn, it's almost a year because it's almost as long as I've had this job. The Huel, like nutritionally complete, just add hot water things. And it's like 400 calories, and I make one of those in the morning, and then I make a thermos with one. It's like a vacuum sealed thermos thing. Yep. And I make a second one for later in the day, and I eat the one in the morning while I'm driving to wherever site I'm going to, and then have like some fruit or something as well, and like maybe some type of like a fig bar or some shit like that, and then eat the second one on my way wherever I am at like noon. Because if I don't, like I was good on just the breakfast. I was like, okay, first, I'm good enough I'll eat something, and this will prevent me from eating Chick-fil-A or whatever other fast food almost on the way home. And if like I have a long ass day, I'll probably end up getting something. And so I was like, okay, fuck. Most of my days are turning into longer days now, so I have to bring the second meal. And if I don't have that, I'm gonna eat the fast food. And it's like gotten to the point that like if I have money, I'm not gonna not eat. And I'm always near some place that either like there's no Chick-fil-A near where we live, right? So it's like that's the only option that I was.
Not yet.
Why would I not go to that? Everything else, there's a Taco Bell, there's a Jack in the Box, there's a Sonic. I can go to all those, but Chick-fil-A is just good. Was just good enough. But I always feel like shit after eating like Chick-fil-A. Not because of moral reasons.
Physically or emotionally?
Physically. Always physically.
You feel great emotionally, actually rejuvenated. Like you did a good deed.
Like you are right with God.
I offended somebody. And like if I can do that, and like because it's nutritionally complete, I feel like just having that in my day, I feel like there's so much other shit that I'm missing out when I'm just eating bullshit and like fast food, like nutritionally, that it feels a little bit better that it's just, I'm essentially eating fucking like hot porridge in a plastic cup every morning, but it was technically filling nutritionally, and I don't have to, the fast food I eat later will be fine. Or like I'll make some less nutritionally dense food or something like that. But it's mainly been trying to like get down from popping up above 240 every couple of weeks and trying to get down below 230, which has just been like a literal struggle. It's so hard to do while feeling full and not feeling like I want to snack later at some point in the day, or just like getting stressed out or some shit and wanting to eat more.
Yeah. Yeah, breaking my ankle was the real setback in health. Like I was going out, I was roller skating pretty regularly, trying to at least learning how to roller skate pretty regularly, trying to like schedule in time to go out and exercise, and then broke my ankle, and that ended my wrestling career.
Rip.
Yeah, ended my wrestling career. Couldn't walk for like 6 months, but that was trash. And I feel like I'm just now at a point where like I can kind of jog again without it being ridiculously painful.
We should run a mile for the podcast.
No, thank you.
See who can go the fastest.
But yeah, because I remember that year, my goal was, my New Year's resolution was do a kip up, or like be able to do a kip up. And
is it like a burpee?
No, that's when you're laying on your back and you jump to a standing position from laying position.
Yeah. Jesus Christ.
A lot of core strength.
Yeah, I was like, your back and your core is good. You can do it. Like it's not
And if you only get halfway up, you can cuss yourself. It's fine.
Not necessarily.
No, you always tuck your head. Don't be a rookie.
Yeah.
Always tuck your head. Land on your back, not your neck.
The only time you don't tuck your head is when you're taking the Styles Clash.
Of course.
Goddamn.
This is not a wrestling podcast.
It's not a wrestling podcast.
But yesterday was WrestleMania.
Night 2.
What a segue. Night 2.
Yeah. So what about how about that that host?
Snoop or The Miz?
Snoop Dogg. Fuck The Miz.
Yeah, no, Snoop was great.
Yeah, Snoop Dogg hitting the people's elbow. The Rock couldn't be there because he's too big for
He's too busy tanking the DCU.
Yeah, Black Adam couldn't be at Mania. So Snoop had to hit the people's elbow for him.
I have a question about that segment. Do you guys want to maybe just break it down real quick?
Okay.
And I can ask my question.
I would love to break it down.
Yeah.
So we got I want to say long-awaited return of Shane McMahon. And
Yeah, he's who I have the
I
question
don't know
about.
who was waiting, but someone was.
surely there's somebody out there that was waiting to see Shane come back. He did get a good pop, though.
He did.
All things considered.
Here comes the money plays and people cheer. Like,
Yeah.
Shane doesn't even have to be there.
But I know what you're going to ask about because we watched it live.
We did.
And you watched him leapfrog over The Miz and immediately collapse.
Yes.
To my knowledge, from what I was able to dig up today, when he landed, he basically just blew out his ACL.
Okay, so he really hurt him.
Oh yeah, no, so
Not kayfabe.
they had to audible it, and that's why Snoop came in and hit the people's elbow and pinned.
Yeah,
Miz.
so he wasn't even supposed to be part of that segment.
No, Shane was.
No, I'm sure
supposed to-
the people's elbow was the planned finish, but
Just
they
not at that
had
time.
to, not at
He
that
was
time.
going to get roughed up by Shane first.
I think Shane probably would have got the pin, and then it would have turned into something.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I think
People's
that's how
elbow.
it was supposed to go.
But you can, if you go back and watch it, you can audibly hear the ref yelling at Snoop, "People's elbow, people's elbow, people's elbow."
Okay, that's
and
funny.
he clearly doesn't hear it several times. But
I did not. Yeah, I didn't catch that.
I gotta give big ups to Snoop for like coming in and basically and The Miz too. They really just completely saved that segment after Shane got hurt.
Mhm.
I mean, well wishes to Shane McMahon. That sucks.
Yeah.
I
I mean, wishes to Shane McMahon, I guess.
Ham.
I'm hater to like.
Yeah. Be nice to the millionaire.
Well,
Exactly. That's
hey,
my perspective. It's like I don't give a fuck about this dude.
if you want to hate on something, do you want to talk about the main event?
Oh yeah. I mean, such a mark for that, but yeah, it upset me. It upset me.
I think it upset a lot of people. The reaction to it has been very, very unfavorable.
Yeah, as soon as they started focusing on the length of the title run, they were like 945 days,
946 now.
whatever. Yeah, the fact that they kept saying that, I was like, okay, they're shooting for 1,000. Like, as the match went on, I was like, because everyone went in there thinking like, yeah, he's dropping the belt at Mania. Cody's gonna win. This dude is literal fire.
He's a real American nightmare.
But
Nobody has had that kind of like push. And I mean, like, no one's been over as a babyface in the same way that Cody was going into last night.
Mhm.
I think since Daniel Bryan at like WrestleMania 30. This was going to be the equivalent of like Bryan Mania and Kofi Mania. It was going to be Cody Mania. They didn't pull the trigger. And I'm
the only thing that is different, I wouldn't call it Cody Mania because Cody didn't have the right kind of build up. Like with Kofi, there was a bit of a chase. They had a lot, like there were promos, there was in-ring work. He was only in that position because Ali hurt himself, or Ali was injured.
mhm.
And that's a whole other story. But
So in terms of him not having the build, I agree that he didn't have the build, but the way they built into it was using the Rhodes family legacy as the build to it, you know?
no,
And
yeah,
that
but,
definitely worked.
but the thing, I feel like this can go good in Cody's in the long run if we're sticking to the long-term booking, as long as this wasn't another Monster of the Week thing for Roman. This is good for Cody because Cody isn't established in the WWE on like his own namesake. He is a Rhodes. that is why he's in the position he's in, which I think is good for him in the sense where now he has to build up his name as
Cody.
As Cody,
Rhodes.
exactly. Yes, not just Rhodes, but as Cody.
So I get where you're coming from, and I don't fully disagree with that, but due to AEW and the fact that a lot of WWE's current viewership has been bouncing around between the two, I do think he's pretty well established to wrestling fans. I agree with you in the fact that he, as Cody Rhodes, is not super established in WWE, because anybody that only watched WWE remembers this is the dude with the mustache or the dude with the plastic face mask.
Even then, towards the end of his time at AEW, he had go away heat. It wasn't like no one was popping for him. People didn't want to see him.
Yeah.
Like, he kind of established, like, I feel like he built his character in a way that people just didn't want to see him. He booked himself into a corner. And this was a logical step for him to go back to WWE.
I agree with that, but so you said he had go away heat in AEW. Roman is getting to the point where he's having
absolutely.
Legitimate
he is there.
go-away
He
heat.
is there now. Depending on how they salvage this tonight and Friday, depending on whatever promo he cuts, will determine whether or not he is bona fide best heel since 2019, like 5 years worth of booking. He's up there with, like,
He's been the best heel for the last 3.
No, exactly,
the
but
whole
like
bloodline arc.
Yeah. Since I started watching again, like right now, his current run, he has the capacity to be like just a fucking complete asshole and amazing worker.
But see, it was great that they turned him heel, and he was getting the right kind of heat as a heel, but it's like now it's becoming a problem. And I think the biggest problem was unifying the titles and putting them on Roman.
Yeah, there's no exit strategy.
Almost 3 years. Like and we're at a point where there's not really another top level guy in WWE because it's just Roman, and he's literally beat everybody except Seth. So,
and that guy beat up Logan Paul, so you know he's tough.
Yes, sir.
He's beat Seth.
Well, he's beat Seth, but never for the title. I believe
I swear it was. I'm pretty sure this was like last year.
It was like a triple threat, and he didn't pin Seth. So, has he beat Seth? Yes, but in this title reign, Seth is like the one top guy that he really hasn't beat, and I am willing. On our bingo cards, I would be willing to bet Roman's next feud is Seth.
All right, let's record that on the bingo card.
We'll put it on there. But look, in conclusion, because we're not a wrestling podcast. I don't want to run this too long. Basically, where I'm sitting, I kind of feel bad for Cody because he had all this build, he had all this momentum behind him, and I feel like they really needed to. The iron was on fire yesterday. Like, it wasn't just hot. It was en fuego. And I really feel like it was the time to pull the trigger on him. Because, like, let's say they build this up and do it at SummerSlam. It's not going to be the same. Let's say they do this at Mania 40. I don't know.
I don't think they can drag it out to Mania 40.
I don't either. And I think even dragging it to SummerSlam, like, at this point, you're dragging the feud.
Yeah.
Yesterday
he's
was
getting to 1,000. Like, that's, if they can somehow do 999, that'd be tight. But they're going for 1,000. They're going for 1,000 days, and that's on my bingo card. 1,000 days. That's basically the free spot. Yeah, that's basically the free spot.
Yeah, I just feel like that kind of puts Cody in a position where, like, he may be at the level of like a Rollins or a Drew McIntyre level draw, but he's not going to be like the top babyface of the company draw. So I don't know. I'm looking forward to seeing how this pans out tonight, but I don't know. I'll stay cautiously optimistic.
Yeah. Oh yeah. That's enough for the Mark corner.
Double H's meat slapping man slamming power hour, right?
Yeah. Let's keep it to a power 15.
Power 15.
Yeah.
Look,
yeah. Do we got any rapid fires for this week? Is there a rapid fire we can go for?
it could be a little bit of a rapid fire, but I was thinking, I'd been thinking a lot about it. You know, we're in March, or actually, no, we're in April. I'm sorry.
We are in
But
April.
It's April
We're
4th.
we're about a third of the way through the year now.
Jesus
What are
Christ.
you guys looking forward to the most this year? Like, what is on your schedule? Like, what are you trying to do in 2023?
Damn. That is not rapid fire. That is
No, that's a pretty big picture,
that's a
actually.
thinker.
No, okay,
Yeah.
I can rapid fire.
Yeah.
Oh no, I'm
Yeah.
fine with answering the question. I'm just like, I need a second.
Dude, I got Fallout Boy to go see later this year. That I'm really looking forward to.
there's still a thing that's still happening.
They just dropped a really hot album, man.
It's pretty
Okay.
good. It's good.
I don't think they've ever had a hot album.
Well, that's,
IMO, but
Hot take, hot
that's
take.
just
hot
like
take.
your opinion, man.
Yeah.
I just got to say the first like quarter of the year always like shoots by. I don't know, my birthday is mid-April, and by the time that happens, I'm just like, oh fuck, the year's like almost over. Not almost over, but
It comes up quicker than you think.
you're almost halfway, and halfway is halfway.
I mean,
It's a long time.
my birthday is like a month before yours, and when we hit my birthday, we're almost a quarter of the way,
Right.
and I'm always just like, wow, it's already happening.
Yeah.
yeah. My birthday normally signals like we're rolling into the holidays now. Like,
That's nice though. That's fun.
yeah. No, I just feel like it's stressful. Like
just stressful.
as things get closer to the end of the year, like my birthday's right at the end of summer.
Hmm.
Once fall hits, like
Yeah.
um
End of summer's
it just gets stressful. So like I
yeah,
can't even
that's
think
kind of a bummer.
I can't even
guess.
think that far in advance.
Yeah.
I think the only thing I'm looking forward to is like my nephew learning how to read, because he's been really into Pokemon cards. So he's like just been like collecting Pokemon cards,
yeah.
has no idea what they do and stuff. And I like can't wait to get to a point where I can like teach him how to do that. So like that's kind of all I'm thinking about is like when his birthday rolls around, I can like buy him like a premium collection set
Hell
thing
yeah.
to try and like really get him into the card game instead of just collecting.
Serious question. You really just want him to read so you have someone to play Pokemon cards with? right?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, if I have one person that I can play with, I'll be happy without having to go into public and be ridiculed for it.
Hmm.
What about you, DZ? What are your big aspirations for the year?
Well, you guys are talking about birthday, and I went to Canada for my birthday, and that was kind of cool. Pam went too. It was a fun trip.
That already feels like so long ago.
I know.
I
2
mean-
months.
Yeah.
Like time's flying now. I moved recently, so that's like been a big I don't know, like affecting a lot. So just like no major plans, just like fucking hoping to get a raise or something like that. Just that's it. Like that's the only real thing I'm focused on. And then like in terms of like trying to go anywhere, maybe take a road trip up like north at some point.
How deep north we talking?
Fort Bragg or something.
Okay, so
Like up by the redwoods or
Pretty close.
like like up to the border
Yeah.
at the most.
yeah, we
Um,
went up there last summer and had a nice time.
it's great.
Yeah.
I really like that
The
place.
redwoods
Fort,
are great.
Fort Bragg has the brewery, right? Fort Bragg. I forget. I think that's I can't remember. But they have it's Scrimshaw and like Old Rasputin.
Oh yeah, the Scrimshaw Brewery.
Yeah,
I remember seeing it.
And like I think there's
My
like
girlfriend did not want to go.
you can like buy from their factory store, and like when me and a couple of friends went up there for this like hippie camping thing, we bought like 2 cases of the fucking Old Rasputin, and I remember just getting really fucked up off that stuff.
Fucking like 9%, right?
Yeah, it's great.
Is it only 9? I thought it was like 12.
No, it's 9.
No.
It's 9. Yeah, but like
Still a lot.
and they only come in 4-packs, and it's just
Yeah.
like
That's why.
yeah, it's gets you
You
most
only
of.
need 4.
But yeah, going up to the redwoods or something like that up there. I think that'll be. I like
Yeah,
going
the
up there.
coast and the redwoods are beautiful.
Yeah.
I would recommend
Yeah.
to anybody.
Like there's Willows, which is like super up north. It's like Willows and Crescent City are like two of the last cities you hit before you go up to Oregon or whatever. And it's just like where the cow pastures are. And so it's like really nice green pastures up there. And it's all like hella flat. And they got some little lighthouse up there.
It must be crazy green right now.
Yeah,
yeah,
that's what I was thinking.
Oh yeah.
I'll say like this week, my
Nicest
goal,
it's been in a while.
because I have the whole week off. This week
spring
I was
break.
supposed to go up to Yosemite, but like
Ah,
it's supposed to rain like the majority of the
Really
week. So I'm like, yeah, it's
wet.
probably not even worth the day trip.
Yeah.
Especially because the rain that's been coming has been fucking
Been bad.
stupid.
yeah.
So yeah, I think it's best to stay a little more local.
Yeah. I mean, definitely get outside. You got the whole week off. We've shit's probably looking pretty nice right now.
Yeah,
All
it
the
hasn't
rain
rained
we've had.
yet.
Yeah. Fingers crossed.
Another thing this year, like it's just so far. I started building a tiki mug collection.
Hey,
That's kind of something. So I've been
are
trying
you
to
just
like hit.
stealing them from random bars? Or what's your
I wish.
How are you acquiring them?
No, I'm exchanging money.
Oh,
Yeah, I bought one back from Vancouver. Luckily enough, it did not break, so that was cool.
nice. What's it made out of?
It's ceramic.
Sorry.
Yeah. But yeah, so that's kind of the goal for the year is kind of
Yeah.
just start building a collection because like my personal goal is to have like a Mexican themed tiki bar in my own home.
Okay.
uh,
Okay.
But not sure what you'd call that. Wouldn't really be tiki.
I think you got to figure that out yourself.
Yeah.
Maybe
I'll
you
find
figure
that.
out what that's called.
We'll find the middle ground.
Yeah. That's tight. Look with the vision.
Pat, you got anything
Yeah.
big on the docket?
Well, we're gonna see Fallout Boy. I guess that counts, even if we have to spend 2 hours driving out of that parking lot.
Hey, it'll be worth.
Yeah.
Where's it at?
Oh,
It's Shoreline, but
Shoreline. Oh, gotcha.
Oh, okay.
you know.
Nightmare.
in
so if 2023 was our lightning round, maybe something a little bit further. I've been thinking about my bucket list lately, and I definitely wanted to get some takes on your guys' bucket lists and how we plan to accomplish these kinds of goals.
Biggest bucket list thing for me is somehow make it to Japan and like spend like a pretty good portion of time out there. I really want to see a lot of museums and study a lot of the design and stuff out there.
Don't threaten me with a good time.
Yeah, I'm down. Let's take the pod abroad.
Pot abroad.
I feel like if you want to go for the culture mostly, then, right?
What do you mean?
Well, you talked about museums.
Calling me a weeaboo?
I mean, yes, but no. Like I meant the
I'm
legitimate culture, not the
I'm
anime
not
culture,
not
dude.
a weeaboo, but
'Cause-
yeah, definitely.
Definitely, I think Kyoto would be a great place to visit, just so that we could visit some of the temples, things of that
Yeah.
nature. Something I've always wanted to do, never actually got to Kyoto though.
I just want to go to Japan for vending machines at some point.
Yeah, there's a vending machine, a Bandai vending machine
I
shop
don't care
down in
about
LA.
any of that. I just want food from vending machines.
you
want the
say
food
vending machine?
machines.
I think Gashapon.
Yeah, I knew that's what I thought too.
I want
Yeah.
food.
Yeah, I was just like, you hate tchotchkes. Why would you want to do that? Yeah, okay. Food.
I want like chicken katsu from a vending machine in an alley that tastes better than stuff I've had at a restaurant. Like that's it. That's what I want to
So
go
we're
for.
going to Tokyo.
That's I'm down. Like if anything, that's what I want to go for is literally just food and drink vending machines. And like, that's,
I want those little egg salad sandwiches they have at the 7-Eleven.
yeah.
I want one of those. Yeah.
The Hawaiian 7-Eleven was definitely the nicest 7-Eleven that I've been to.
Yeah.
Cause it's like
Facts.
half Japanese. Everything in there is like from the Japan 7-Elevens. And so it's like a lot of their food was in Japanese at
The Costco on the island out there is pretty similar
yeah.
in the same way.
There's a
it's-
Costco out there?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Damn.
I don't remember if it's just one or if
There
there's two now.
was just one when I went, and we had to go
they
to the
may have
other
opened
side
a
of the
second
island.
one.
That would be a good idea because that shit sucked. It was a several hour drive to get over there.
bucket list.
Well, what's the? You said you wanted to get some of our feedback on yours. Like, what do you?
Well, I wanted yours.
Oh, you want ours first?
I should have phrased mine better. I'm not looking for takes on mine. Like, I know what I'm trying to achieve, but I was just curious, like, where you guys are standing.
Oh, I'll go last because I don't even have one.
Fair play.
Yeah.
I would say your bucket list is really just food. Just eat food places,
Survival.
go places, eat food.
Dude,
Drink their beers.
I'm a simple man.
Hey, life ain't complete till you had a sloppy steak outside of the Guinness brewery.
We're doing sloppy steaks for real
That on your bucket list?
with Guinness.
Don't
Ooh,
like a
Guinness
whole
sloppy
other-
steak might.
that's like a
that
messy
might
steak.
fuck.
Don't-
That might fuck.
don't get barbecue in Calistoga. Worst barbecue. Worst barbecue I've had.
We should do a trip out to Nashville and get barbecue there. That could be cool.
That would require a person of color, to go to Tennessee. So kind of iffy for me.
Is Texas better?
No,
Okay,
not at all.
Well, I tried.
But yeah, all right. So I think that about wraps it up for today. I'll see y'all next week on the Common Rabble podcast.